Good morning, everyone. It's Mrs. Wheeler. I have another fun fairy tale today. It's called The Three Little Pigs by James Marshall. And I just woke up and I'm going to read it to you while I'm having my coffee. So I may stop and have a few sips while I'm reading. So, The Three Little Pigs story, most of you probably already know it, but if you don't, you're going to see what it's all about. James Marshall is an awesome writer, and he has a bunch of different fairy tales, and I might see if I can get some more of them because I'm going to go into school today and hopefully grab some more books. But he always has kind of a funny take on things. So let's see what he does in this one. The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, an old sow sent her three little pigs out into the world to seek their fortune. "Now be sure to write," she said, "and remember that I love you." The first little pig met a man with a load of straw. "I know," said the little pig. "I'll buy your straw and build a house." "That's not a good idea," said the man. "Mind your own business, thank you," said the little pig, and he bought the straw and set about building a house. It took him no time at all. Very soon, a lean and hungry wolf happened by. Pig was just about his favorite food in the world, so he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig replied, "If you know this part, you can read it with me." No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." This annoyed the wolf to no end, and he said, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." "Go right ahead," said the little pig. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. And he gobbled up the little pig. The second little pig met a man with a load of sticks. "I've got it," said the little pig. "I'll buy those sticks and build a house." "I'd think twice about that," said the man. "Oh, pooh," said the little pig. "What would you know?" And he bought the sticks and went to work building a house. "Very pretty," he said. No sooner had the little pig settled into his pretty house than the wolf happened by. He was still hungry, and he said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig replied, "Read it with me if you know this part." No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." That house came out pretty cool. I like all the different colors. And that pig even put flags up and found a balloon and a cool, I can't think of what that's called right now. The wolf didn't care for that at all, and he said, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." "Ha, ha, ha," said the little pig. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in, and he gobbled up the little pig. Now, the third little pig met a man with a load of bricks. "These bricks will make a fine sturdy house," said the man. "Capital idea, my good fellow," said the little pig. So he bought the bricks and set about building a house. It took him quite a bit of time, but it was well worth it. "Nice and solid," said the little pig. "Nice and solid." But no sooner had the little pig moved in than he noticed the wolf loitering about. And the wolf, who was still hungry, said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig replied, No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." Check out how his house came out. Oh my goodness. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I wonder where he got all those windows. Let's count the windows. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little one up there. 5, 6, 7. There's even kind of a cool window in the door. That is some house. Do you think the wolf is going to be able to blow that one down? Let's see what happens. Well, the wolf had heard that before, and he said, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." "Oh, don't do that," said the little pig. But the wolf huffed and puffed, and he puffed until he was quite blue in the face. The house stood firm. "I'll try another approach," muttered the wolf. And he put on his most dazzling smile. "Little pig, I was only teasing," he said. "By the way, I hear tell that Farmer Jones has the most scrumptious turnips. Shall we go pick a few?" "Oh, I'm much too busy now," said the little pig. "Excellent," said the wolf. "I'll come for you at 6. Pause the video here and turn and talk with whoever you're watching with. What do you think might be the wolf's plan? The next morning, the little pig got up at 5, hurried off to Farmer Jones' turnip field, picked a basketful of scrumptious turnips, and dashed back home. When the wolf arrived at 6, the turnips were already boiling in the pot. "Sorry, I couldn't wait," said the little pig. The wolf tried not to show his displeasure. "No harm done," he said. "By the way, there is a lovely apple tree down in Merry Meadow. Shall we go help ourselves to a few apples?" "I must cook my turnips," said the little pig. "Splendid," said the wolf. "Shall we say at 5? What do you think the little pig is going to do this time? Turn and talk. I think he's going to show up at 4. The next morning, the little pig was up at 4 and went off for the apples. It took longer than he'd expected to reach Merry Meadow. And while busy gathering apples in the highest tree, he saw the wolf approaching. "Do try one of these," he called down, throwing an apple as far as he could. When the wolf chased after the apple, the little pig shimmied down the tree and made it safely home. The next day the wolf came again. Really, he was quite put out. "There's a fair today on Hog Hill," he said. "Would you care to go?" "Why don't we meet there?" said the little pig. "Would 3 o'clock suit you?" "Colossal," said the wolf. 3 it is. Just to make sure, he would be there at 2. Looks like the wolf is finally catching on to the pig's tricks. At 1 in the afternoon, the little pig went to the fair and had a fine time. So fine that he lost track of the hour. Suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, he saw the wolf coming up the hill. Without a minute to spare, the little pig jumped inside an empty butter churn and rolled down the hill toward the wolf. Well, the wolf was so scared, he ran all the way home. That evening, the wolf went to the little pig's house and told him how frightened he'd been by a great round thing that came down the hill. "Frightened you, did I?" said the little pig. "That great round thing was a butter churn, and I was inside." This was simply too much for the wolf to stand. "I've been nice long enough," he cried. "I'm going to eat you up right now." And he climbed onto the roof. When the little pig saw this, he put a big iron pot in the fireplace and quickly stoked the fire. "Here I come!" cried the wolf. "Dinner time!" Well, my friends out there, do you think it's going to be dinner time for the wolf or for the pig? "You can say that again," said the little pig, and he cooked the mean old wolf and gobbled him up. Now, the interesting thing about the end of this one, in a lot of the Three Little Pig stories, the three little pigs, well, the two who get eaten end up reappearing at the end of the story. So that's kind of interesting for this one, that I guess the poor other little pigs really did get eaten by the wolf and were never going to be seen again. And sometimes actually they just run away and the wolf never gets to eat them. But here's something I want you to think about. I'm hoping you're watching this on the YouTube thing that I set up. In the comment section, if you wanted to write a comment about the book and anything, whether you liked it or you had a favorite part or you thought it was funny, or even if you just want to say hi to me, it would be super exciting to see some comments from students at Heath School, because I miss you all so much and I hope you are all healthy and well. And I'll see you next time for another awesome story. Bye-bye.